Hello everyone, and welcome to the continuation of the LHYNX Division Gaming League, the first VR chat-based competitive gaming league ever. Tonight's matchup is Game 3 of the Overwatch series and features Team Misfits versus Team Void. I'm your shoutcaster, Kvechi, here with my co-shoutcaster, Drift ACR, and we will be calling the match as it happens live here on the official LDGL Twitch channel and livestream. The live stream will also once again be managed by the league's co-owner and manager, Hydrian. Rosters of the participating teams will be displayed shortly as we get closer to the start of the match. Tonight's rules will be closely following official Overwatch League rules and regulations. Tonight's first map is Ilios, as selected by Team Misfits. This should be another extremely exciting stream, and we're thrilled to have everyone participating and watching tonight with us. As we'll be announcing throughout the stream, if you are interested in joining our server and league or want to become a partner, you can stay linked in, thank you for that pun, by joining the server. The server link is featured on our social media platforms, or you can type !Discord in the Twitch chat and follow the link that's displayed. Feel free to show your positivity and love for the stream and the server by commenting in the chat, following us on social media, and sharing the server link with your friends. Now, without further delay, let's get into the action. LDGL Season 0, Watch Game 3, has officially started. Hey, Drift.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Yo, I was letting you do that deal. It gets me hype when I hear the intro. All right.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. So yeah, we got a matchup. We thankfully have you, who knows a bit more about Overwatch than I even do. So
a bit more. Yeah, we don't want to measure that because a bit more isn't much more, but hey, we're going to do our best. Thank you, Zammer, for that very awesome script. I mean, absolutely delicious stuff. So, Drift, the team to beat, I mean, Team Void established themselves as a contender to contest. I mean, just star performers throughout Season 0 in every game, but here in Overwatch, these last two matches, what have they been like? I mean, what are your predictions, do you think, for this last game of the series? Potentially.
I really believe it's going to be a good game. So yeah, the first game, it's kind of rough, and I talked about it before. It was a lot of kind of reaching out and figuring out the other team, and definitely it was just there's a flat-out brawl just to see who would come out on top. Void did take the first game, but as you saw in the second game, Misfits definitely did learn that what they could do, and it was definitely, the second game was amazing. So now that we have, the more they play against each other, the closer it's been getting. So I'm really excited to see. They did take a round the other day, so I'm hoping that they can take a whole game this time around.
Yep, and Overwatch, hey, that's a game known for its momentum swings. You never know what's going to happen. You're either going to drill through as you're trying to carry the payload throughout the map, or take those control points, and the other team will come back and swing on you, and then you're stuck in place for 4 or 5 minutes just trying to push through for that final inch to get the dub on the match that you're playing through, and it just doesn't work. They get some strategy, they'll get a counter pick for the heroes that you have on your roster, and you just there's so much tactical awareness that has to be present for the teams competing for them to get the victory.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that, and you can really feel that momentum when a team gets that drive and is able to actually get that push. And we saw that with Misfits when it was the second round and they were pushing the payload on Dorado on the last map. They were actually able to get that momentum and push on through it and be able to keep that aggression. We've seen that team aggression from Void the entire series, kind of taking the fight out and seeing how much pressure they can put on the other team.
Yep. And I mean, speaking of Team Void and Team Misfits, Team Void, we have Bearkiwi, Aves, Lockhart, Mousy, Gorkman, and Young Genji. From your perspective, who do we see as like the players, like the key threats in this roster that Misfits is going to have to figure out a strategy to deal with and shut them down?
Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of pop-offs, a lot of the team doing their part, and definitely because it isn't a one-man show. It does take a team effort. But there's been definitely a couple play of the games, the little sneaky things that have happened. I've watched Gorkman take his Reinhardt and basically lay down the whole team. We got Mousy who likes to hide in the background and be a little bit sneaky with their rolly ball. You've got their DPSs on their team just putting the damage down. So it's definitely a lot of key players. The whole team is, really strong.
Yeah, and I mean personally, just from my own knowledge of the players that are on that roster that I see and recognize, I'm definitely interested to see if this bear Kiwi himself, the man, the myth, the legend with the laser sight focus, can really get picks on the damage dealers on Team Misfits, for what I believe he's known for. So on Team Misfits, we have Chicory, Battle Bunny, Male Myth. Hey, there you go. I got it. I stopped and I got it. Bender, No I'm Toxic, and Kipo. Over here in Team Misfits, who were the star performers in the last match where they actually managed to take a game off of Void?
So yeah, no, a lot of damage being laid down. Kippo being their DPS is definitely taking the front line. Bender and Toxic are you're tanking off tanks, and they had a really good defensive line. And there's a lot of good franks from Battle Bunny and Chicory, kind of putting the pressure on from other angles, and Malith with the heals and just keeping the team up. So overall, they've had a really good synergy, but definitely it comes out of that DPS and that damage and trying to whittle away Team Void as they try to get this push.
Yep, and I mean, I suppose it's going to be up to Toxic and Bender here to really enable Kippo to do what he does best for his team, and Chicory and Battle Bunny to come through on the back end and support them as they drive through to the objective. Now, I just want to take a moment, too, to thank everybody here in the chat. Throw out your favorite player names if you have kind things to say about the teams that you're rooting for, or if you're just in that fan club, make your voice heard. Show some support for these people competing on this live stream tonight. I think it's a beautiful thing that we get to gather here and experience something that really, I mean, we all do as a community anyway, from where a lot of us come from, but in a focused and, if I'm completely honest, like excessively professional manner. I mean, shout out to Hadrian again. I don't know if we say it every stream and sound like a broken record, but this dude has insane talent and has set this stream up, in my opinion, to be something that could shoot past the moon where he was probably aiming. And that's amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely exciting. But we ain't going to know how Game 3 turns out until we get started. Should we go ahead and jump right into this?
Hey, absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Let's rock and roll. Entering the first match, I'd like to see on Ilios what kind of composition that they decide to rock for. The control point on this map, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for them to get environmental kills as they're progressing into the objective and defending it. There's openings in the back and the sides that provide you with avenues to knock players off the match or off the map that you would otherwise not be able to relatively burn down in a decent amount of time.
A little booping opportunities here. Maybe see a Lucio.
Of course, a Lucio. Yep. Hammond also sometimes a little underestimated on this map for his mobility, and I mean the difficulty of him swinging around through the control objective itself is not to be understated. But hey, I do see a pick of him.
The wrecking ball. Yeah, that's definitely. We've seen a lot. I've seen a lot in this series the last couple games. Mousy definitely has that ball under control as far as booping people around. So we can probably expect to see at least one or two people get swiped off the map. A couple of Roadhogs too. Roadhog with a good hook could definitely pull them off.
Yep, and something I see here on Team Void, Berkiwi and A's, we have that Pharah Mercy combo devastating on Ilios. They're going to have an answer for that if they want to get anywhere. So they're progressing here towards the center of the map. We see the teams clash. Hammond runs up on top onto the patio, gets some damage off onto Echo. Hammond doing some clean work, applying pressure to the team, rolling in. Oh no, my goodness. I don't think Misfits really had much of an answer for Hammond coming in. I mean, Drift, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of trades long term, but I'm not certain that they're going to be able to push back if they're so synchronized like this. No, I'm toxic.
Hey. Yeah, so no, this is definitely crazy. You know, Misfits is definitely on the point, so we're going to have to see how this team fight turns out. And
oh my goodness!
Oh,
what an insane knockoff! The environmental kill, unbelievable. And the point actually went over to Misfits. So Misfits getting the advantage up on Team Void as they're trading. There's so much going on. Fast-paced gameplay, Overwatch, extreme. Oh my goodness, what a kill on Young Genji by Roadhog.
Yo, so this is the first time we see Misfits take the point first, so we definitely got to see a good game. Told you, these two teams are learning off each other, and we're in for a good one. Oh, we got a lot of trades happening.
Yeah, the capturing the point coming back. There's some contesting. You know, I'm impressed by Void's ability to stay onto the map as a trade. Oh, and the whole hog coming out by Roadhog, throwing him off the map. A kill on to Mercy. Gorkman goes down. Kiwi coming in, though, killing Roadhog. The tanks are falling. This is not a good look for Misfits.
Oh, my goodness.
They're probably going to have to back off here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to see a regroup. But, you know, that was 46% on the board immediately. That is definitely a good push for the control point off the bat. You know, Team Void kind of pushed out, overextended past the point to try to catch Team Misfits off guard, and it didn't quite work that way, and they were able to get the objective.
Yep, and a solid heal. Great jump there by Winston, getting damage on the entire Misfits team. Their healer and Junkrat still down. Bender taking a lot of damage with No I'm Toxic. Not really able to do much. Oh my goodness, Young Genji just applying insane damage onto the tank there. Pushing them off the map. Wait, we got a capture. We got a quick capture here.
Ooh, sneaking in the back line.
And he could not get there in time.
That's kind of crazy. So yeah, no, they're definitely a little overextension. It seems like Void's trying to choke neck Misfits in that alleyway as they come out, but it's just not quite what's working for him as far as holding this capture point. And Misfits is doing a great job and definitely giving him a run for his money this time around.
And Reinhardt's got his ult. He has his shatter to answer for any major push by Void. We'll just see if they can block it or have some kind of response. Gorkman, great kill there on Battle Bunny. Healer down. Mercy's not going to be able to res. Gorkman again taking down Kipo. That's another DPS going down. Burning. Shikari falls. Bender having some trouble. No, I'm Toxic also falls as well. Young Genji coming in with the Reaper play. Hey, that's an amazing hero change. I think that served them extremely well, that change.
Definitely switching up the meta and what they had going. They could tell that the last two team fights that they engaged, they kind of fell back on or couldn't take, so they definitely had to switch up the heroes to get it more aggressive to what Team Misfits was dishing out for damage.
Yeah, excessive. I mean, unbelievable response here by Void, and that's another thing with Overwatch is the roster switching. Misfits really has to find some momentum here. Shikari going down again, just can't stay alive as Junkrat. Oh, but a good res there. Whole hog coming out by Roadhog, trying to push them away towards the control point so they can get some momentum as they're running through. Mainlift taking a ton of damage. Oh, both healers getting cut down, and the rest of them fall one after the other. Junkrat, Roadhog, No I'm Toxic, falls up or respawns, and they're just getting stuck in their spawn now.
Yeah, definitely trying to burn the time for the capture point right here and not letting them out. With the whole group coming out, we'll have to see how it goes. Oh, and the ball ult right there in the roadway.
Yeah, amazing response there by Hammond. I don't think he's going to be able to get one. Awesome ult there by Gorkman to knock No I'm Toxic away from the control point. He could not extend the match any further. So I did see that back end. So a lot of times Team Misfits was able to slide past and get a capture while Team Void was focused on the front end, and I think they kind of left Gorkman in the back line there just to be sure that they didn't sneak onto that overtime. Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, Gorkman, what an incredible, like, just the situational awareness is astounding, and an amazing use of his ult. I mean, that's what happens. You hold on to it, and as the percentages climb towards 100%, and you're at the choke of the game, I mean, Winston becomes a massive threat if you're on your back heel.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to see. So we got a double Reinhardt here, so we'll see how the front line of this fight goes for both these teams. We're seeing a Winston and a Ryan, so we'll see what kind of mobility they can move with that Winston while having that Reinhardt hold the front line.
Oh, Kiwi taking a ton of damage at the start. Good trade there by Kipo. No, I'm Toxic getting whittled down. There's some solid trading here in the center of the map. Winston on point with the control point. Solid contest. Nobody really falling yet. They're dancing around one another. Oh, Bender getting an amazing kill on Widowmaker. And Hammond taking down the healer. Oh my goodness, wow. Gorkman falling. They lost a Reinhardt. Team Misfits actually 5 up right now. Battle Bunny falls. Massive damage coming out. I just don't see anything happening here on Void's side, except Shikari getting burned down.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, no, that was definitely a good back and forth for both teams on that team fight, but it looks like they are going to have, you know, Mousy and Gorkman on the point still for Team Void to have that capture.
Yeah, Kipo down. Good kill there by Widowmaker. This is what Burkiwi is known for. I'm really excited to see the kind of damage he can put out, and if Kipo really has an answer for him. So
yeah,
Void,
no, definitely.
Yeah, Void, an advantageous position here. Kind of has Misfits on the back heel. Winston coming in with the jump, trying to get some pressure on the control point. And there's just so much happening. A massive stun. Drop from the air from young Genji. Massive damage. Shikari goes down. So does No I'm Toxic. Void fully up. Really not having much of a problem dealing with Misfits' approach.
Yeah, we got it all coming out. You know, there was a little bit of capture point there on C as it kind of burns down. So there was definitely some action on the point there for Team Misfits. It just wasn't quite enough on that team fight to get past this defense that Team Void is setting up in their front lawn.
Yep. And we are just seeing just a massive, like a masterclass on point control. They do manage to take down Reinhardt, but he gets res there. Lockhart, Kiwi doing a good job putting out damage on the control point.
Yeah, just a few there on the Team Misfits. Oh, we got the ball coming through. We definitely have a good group up here. You know, Chikaria was up front trying to hold the point. I think we'll see a very good regroup. We could have a very good team fight and come ahead and get a good push there towards the objective.
Yeah, I mean, this is really the only opportunity they have to take the control point away from Void as they approach towards the center. It's 5 up, getting good damage on Hammond, but you know how Hammond goes. He's got the, a good hook there by Roadhog. Might be able to take down young Genji. He's low, but he manages to get away.
That's right. It's enough to get on the back off. You know, just putting the damage on the, getting on the fall back. Definitely need to.
Oh my God! Oof. What an insane double kill by young Genji at the end. Unbelievable. They had whittled him down to like sub 20% health, and it didn't matter. Meteor punch. I mean, it's a method that works.
And you got to play the game. Oh, it's right there too. You know, best plays come out at the end.
Oh my, unbelievable. And it's an environmental kill. Incredible, incredible play there by young Genji.
Yeah, no.
And man, hey, a decisive victory to Void for the first match.
Yeah, it was definitely good to see Team Misfits come out. They definitely came out with aggression and was able to get, you know, a good portion of the capture point on that first control. So, you know, seeing the more and more that they get the control match, you know, if we any kind of escort match that we do, it's definitely gonna be a great game to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we're gonna progress through to the next match here and head into intermission. And we will be back shortly after this break. So, you know, tune in. Make sure if you're interested in joining the division, you can type !Discord in the chat, and you can join up onto Discord. And if you have anybody that wants to join the league, make sure you have them contact Mahidrian. Ooh, and welcome back. Oh my goodness, Drift.
Yes.
I forgot how fast paced this game was, brother.
It's insane. Trust me.
It's
I
absolute
struggled.
madness. Like,
It's fun.
yeah, honestly, like part of me thinks, hey, maybe we should kick back and like with a cigar, glass of wine, fire crackling between us, and that's the kind of pace we should be moving at, because it would juxtapose against just how much carnage was happening as they rushed towards the control point. I mean, these two teams so aggressive with their play style, and I mean, the game really is the the proponent that pushes for that and rewards that kind of strategy. Yeah, Void. My goodness, I really thought Misfits had them there on Ilios at the beginning, but they made those changes, and that was just very impressive for me to watch and see, like, that kind of rock paper scissors gameplay come out, make the change, and really kind of under the wire, under the radar of Misfits. They didn't realize what had happened until Reaper was already there on the control point, gunning down their tanks. So
yeah, no, definitely it was a good play by Misfits. They were able to beat the aggression of Void right off the bat. Void kind of pushed out over there, but Misfits is able to slide in and get a couple people on the point and really say punished for the back line of having a route that was open for them to get that initial capture and kind of hold it there, which is really good to see. And I tell you what, yeah, talk about kicking back. I can't kick back and watch this, man. I was out of my seat last time we were playing the last games. I was jumping up and down. I was really shoutcasting.
yeah, just trying to keep up. Like, oh, that happened. That thought that I had about what was going to happen already occurred 3 seconds ago. Like, it's training. My synapses are a little sluggish, kind of covered in syrup a little bit. They're trying to form connections, and they just, I gotta spice them up a bit. So that was a good start. I think I'm energized now as we head into this next match on Blizzard World, a hybrid map.
Ooh, oh, hybrid's fun. So this is going to be a great one to watch. It's going to have that capture point, so we'll see how that capture goes, see how long the team can hold them off of it. And then once the payload is out, we see that movement. I like the moving game mode. Your sight lines constantly change. I noticed a little bit more verticality when it comes to the payload map, so it'll be really nice to see what's going on with this.
Yep, and a lot more avenues for them to kind of do sneaky stuff through the buildings and then on the walkways. If they want to challenge that, like you said, the verticality is really going to play into whoever's hands dare to try and use it to their advantage.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And this world is very visually appealing. I like to see how it's gonna go ahead and play out, and see how we're gonna have a great match here on Blizzard World. And I wish both teams the best of luck. Let's get this action started.
Let's rock and roll. All right, shout out to Kipo's mom. And we have Berkiwi here on Tracer, Aves on Baptiste, Lockhart on Zenyatta, Mousy on the Ball. We got Gorkman on Diva and Young Genji on Hanzo. On Misfits side, we have Shikari coming out with May, Battle Bunny on Moira, my favorite healer. Malnith, I will get that down like off the cuff, easy at some point. On Mercy, we have Bender. On the name is escaping me. What's that? Sigma. Hey, Sigma. Hey, you know who's going to be really mad at me for not knowing Sigma's name? Is my friend Drunky. Oh, my goodness. No, I'm Toxic on Reinhardt and Kipo on none other than the very awfully annoying Echo. We'll see.
Very awfully annoying. Okay.
Listen, man. You ever get killed by one of her right clicks, or she just kind of 3-taps you in the head with her left click? It's the worst.
I never really got to play it that much before, but my buddy was giving me the rundown when I started casting for this, and he's like, I hate this hero because all you got to do is this. And I was like, oh, bet. So yeah, no, oh my gosh, the carnage right off the bat.
Yeah, Void having a little bit of trouble. Lots of trading going on. Shikari getting down. Misfits not really having a problem of staying up. Kipo does go down. Oh, massive kill there. Shikari and Malnith fall. And Void doing a really strong job at contesting this control point. Almost 2 bars for Misfits. They can't really press into the second bar, though. Looks like they're not going to be able to do it. No, I'm Toxic kind of getting burned down.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck out on his own, trying to just fall back.
Unbelievable that Void was able to stop the
Did Mousy
momentum.
just fall off the map on their own just now?
Mousy is actually employing a very high-level tactic of throwing ball off the map so he gains more momentum from the fall as he comes and respawns onto the map, I believe is what people would say in his fan club. No, that has nothing to do. No,
come on, you can't do that to me. Listen, I know this game on a basic level. Don't troll me like that.
Hey, listen, man. I'm trying to be part of the Mousy crew a little bit. I'm sure they appreciated that. All right, we got a little bit of trade on the control point. Oh no, I'm toxic going down from Baptiste. Good damage there by Aves. Massive damage coming out from Battle Bunny. Melnith actually rezzing Reinhardt. Reinhardt gets taken down easily there by Berkiwi. Misfits melting again on the approach. Not much movement there on Void's roster. They're doing a good job of mitigating damage. Mousy actually pushing into the enemy team. Very brave. And then takes down Kipo. Kipo goes down. Another damage dealer fall.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. The control point is so far away from Misfits, and they are just being run down back into their spawn. But Void doing a really good job here of not overextending. They're pushing back towards the control point, kind of carrying the enemy team with them as they go.
So here we see the regroup of the Misfits. So they're coming back. They've got the group up. They've got two of the bars there. They just got to get in there and get that capture. We have a Hanzo ult from the back line there. Which team kind of threw that? I immediately missed that. Oh, Young Genji threw that down from behind. Yo, I did not expect that angle at all.
Yeah, from Void, massive play here. Oh, Misfits goes down. Noam Toxic Bender, Melnith Battle Bunny gets just rocked out of the fight. The control point, 2 bars. Misfits has an opportunity here. They have 60 seconds left to regroup and run up and try and get that last bar. I mean, I don't know if they're going to win out in an all-right, it's just a trade by itself. Gorkman does have the ult on D.Va. Very, very good zone control. If anything, they really need to move so that they can bait out that ult early, move back, and then push in with the shatter from Reinhardt.
Yeah, I see that shatter. He's got that shatter in the pocket. They're probably going to use that to stun the team and try to get that last bit of ooh.
Oh my goodness, what Berkiwi with the pulse charge onto Reinhardt. That may be their death sentence here.
And if they can push that team back, they can definitely get that. Here we have a good old team fight. We have all the ults coming out. They got to get that capture. If they can going to do, and if they get it, there we go.
Oh, Misfits.
Misfits coming out with the last minute thing there, and I couldn't think of a good term for it, I'm not gonna lie. But that was fantastic. So what I'm telling you is you definitely don't want to count it out. I'm so great to see these teams come out here and do their best, and now we have a game again.
Hey, and you know, it'd be amazing if like, oh, okay, we have another trade here on the balconies. The walkway, D.Va's ulti comes out, does not kill anybody. Really good response there by Misfits so that they don't get taken out. Noam Toxic does get arrowed by Young Genji. Young Genji getting another kill on Bender. Mousy falls up on the Brigitte. Oh my goodness. Void doing an amazing job at stopping the momentum. That was very important. If they just get straight momentum off that payload capture, I mean, Void's not going to have much of a response for them as they roll on towards the next checkpoint.
No, definitely. It's that momentum is definitely a good portion of what needs to be there. You know, getting that payload moving and keep the payload moving is, you know, it's the name of the game really in this. So if they can keep that momentum up, they'll be able to push through, and you definitely want to stop that and cause team fights as they dodge the dragons from the side there.
Yeah, Young Genji with the interesting ulti does get that kill on Kipo. Again, another damage dealer goes down. Young Genji is just doing work here as Hanzo. I've seen some very important picks. Not necessarily that he has many frags, but the fact that he's taking them out at the times that he is. Really good trade. Chicory taking down D.Va. Misfits actually coming through with some momentum, taking down D.Va and Tracer, pushing them out. The payload still progressing towards that first checkpoint. They have 60 seconds to get there. Their whole team is up. Young Genji down.
That is amazing to see.
And there it is.
I've been playing a little Hanzo myself, so it's really nice to see that it progresses like that and how it goes. So definitely getting those picks is really important for this game and making them weak, but it was just not enough to keep Misfits from regrouping and go ahead and pushing this payload where it needed to be.
Unbelievable. And we have 3 on the payload, 4 on the payload. Void actually in a bad position here. I mean, they have 2 minutes. That's a lot of time to be as close as they are towards the end. All right, we have Hammond coming down with the ult and the smash down, and double kill for Mousy. Gorkman double kill. No, I'm toxic. And Bridget going down. Aves getting the final pop off onto Kipo. That's a almost team wipe. Bender managing to kind of back up before everything goes to hell.
Yeah, no, definitely. That saves them from building more ults because they threw out a lot of ults there to get those kills. So him backing off and getting back with the team was definitely an important part of that. As we get D.Va, she's throwing some rockets. Yo, it's crazy.
It's really going to matter now to see how Void responds with Misfits having all the ults that they do. This is basically their final opportunity to kind of get a push out. Good shield there by Reinhardt to deny Gorkman the ulti kill. Double kill there on Misfits' side. Void losing a little bit of momentum. They have to find a way to keep them from getting this payload around the corner.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy to see the momentum, but hey, here we go. They pushed them off. Team Misfits is on that payload. It is moving. Got Gargeet holding it down. That's D.Va's on the cart.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing to watch, Bender does have his ult. He runs out with the whole hog. Massive damage down Aves and Lockhart. Hooks in Reinhardt. He needs to take him down so that he doesn't run on the payload as it progresses towards the checkpoint. Oh my god, I'm running out of breath. That was amazing.
Yeah, no,
unbelievable.
Big plays. They only got 2 people. They can keep on that payload. They can get it moving. Get it. Definitely get the finishing cap here. On this
Huge walls
game.
by Shikari.
Oh man,
Void.
it's there. That 99% that drives me nuts, man.
Can they get there?
Let's go!
With the final tap, it just needs to be pushed a little more. Void doesn't have much of an answer. Everybody's falling.
Overtime.
Hammond.
There it is.
There it is.
Let's get the payload. Let's go. I told you Game 3 was going to be great. Let's go.
Incredible, dude. Incredible. Void. Hey, you have a contender. Misfits is not just going to let you roll through this time. I'm sorry, it's not a sweep. 1-1. Oh, wow. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I'm so hyped for these games, and honestly, getting the cast to watch every 3 of these games, I've definitely seen improvements from the teams. So let's go ahead and.
Yeah,
that's
all right. I'm impressed. We're gonna go into this second match. Man, Misfits is really adjusting. I'm seeing that they're using what they have. Like when they're managing their ultis, you know, they got wiped at the start there as they were moving towards the final checkpoint, and they waited. They bided their time, they held on to their ultimates, and then they had more tools at their disposal to make that final shove. And honestly, I think Void just let them get too far. You know, they had stopped the momentum when they got the first control point and the payload came out, but they didn't really do much between then and then them getting the payload to the first checkpoint. So...
yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of team fights that were coming out that was happening. It'll be interesting to see how well Misfits can hold off Team Void on this same choke point around this statue to see who can get that capture point right off the bat. So we'll see how the team goes for this.
Yeah, and it being 3-0 right now, not 1-0, excuse me, 3-0. All Misfits really has to do here is stop them from pushing up. And I mean, whatever their defense strategy is going to be, I think Void probably has a little bit of an advantage. I mean, they are the more aggressive team, just from what I can tell, and that kind of play style favors them. We have a little bit of trading here. Gorkman actually alone, really good wall there by Shikari to split him apart, but he manages to stay alive just by hopping constantly. Kipo, massive damage, taking down Kiwi and Lockhart. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Hog definitely keeping his health up. You know, Gorkman taking health and taking damage, just trying to take it one-on to the team. And, you know, you may be a strong tank, but, you know, you can only do so much as one person. You know, it is still a team game at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I'm actually seeing some impressive moves here by Team Misfits. Gorkman, Young Genji actually got taken down in unison and forced Void to kind of backpedal and wait for them to get back up before the next push.
Yo, a little
Good
bit of
ulti.
a funnel here. Oh,
Nice zone
close.
control.
So yeah, here we go with a good heal up real quick. Hopefully
Yeah,
Team Misfits
Chicory.
can keep holding them off here.
And there's a lot of shooting, a lot of trading going on. Good Zenyatta ulti to keep them alive as the wall pincers them in. Maleness, Chicory going extremely low. Does control. Mousy falling down. Hammond no longer a threat. Oh no, no, I'm toxic. Reinhardt falls. This may be extremely good for Void. They're all up. Bender, no, I'm toxic. Battle Bunny. Misfits getting pushed off the control point. That's 5 contested. And that's it.
So yeah, you're probably gonna have to regroup after this. Definitely a good capture there on Void's end. Yep, and here we go with the payload starting to move.
Yep. Amazing push there by Void. I mean, I commend them. Chicory here doing a really good job, I've seen, throwing up his walls to split the team. But, I mean, it just seems like Void doesn't really care. If you split up the players, they will find a way around or over walls that are getting put up by May.
Yeah,
and
no, definitely.
Mild trading going on.
Whoa, we got some ball airtime going on right there.
NBA League, actually. Unbelievable. From the three-point line, Hammond just soars for almost no reason.
So we do see Misfits is definitely pushing them back, though, not letting them get very far here with the payload. Definitely stopping them right there in the corner as they take over the payload there and go ahead and have Void kind of regroup, and we'll see how it goes from here.
Yeah, Void pushing through the building on the flank may be a good idea. This is really where Misfits has the opportunity to do something that Void didn't do against them, and was stop them from get to that first checkpoint. This is really where they need to stop the momentum and drag it down. I would say sub 1 minute if they are going to give it up.
Yeah, no, we gotta see if they can stop them from getting to that first checkpoint at all, and see if they can definitely keep it. You know, as the ball is being pretty menacing, as gives them a hard time from the back line.
Yep, massive stun coming out. Good shatter there. Young Genji taking down Mercy. We have a whole hog from Roadhog running out, trying to push Reinhardt away. Doesn't really manage to break the shield before his ult runs out. And we just have some chaotic trading inside the buildings as the payload is almost at a standstill for approaching that first checkpoint. Now, Void has 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get to that checkpoint, and they'll only get more time if they manage to hit that in the next minute.
Well, we see Team Misfits is definitely all over that payload right now and trying to get Void to back off and regroup and kind of kill the time. You got Reinhardt's holding shield steering each other down. That's kind of comical. You know, glancing glares. We'll see how it goes.
Baptiste not able to get Young Genji before Young Genji dies to what seemingly seems to be nothing. Good ult there by Hammond. Mines are out. Let's see if he gets any picks. He does not. They do a good job at sweeping. Mercy res on Kipo. They still have the damage. Good ult by Kipo before he falls. Bender coming out the whole hog, taking down Aesber Kiwi. Turning on to Mercy. Chicory with the kill on Lockhart. Just massive, massive trades.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of momentum, but you know, Team Misfits is trying to kill that time. They're trying to keep them off that first checkpoint and hopefully hold them there. So we'll have to wait for this regroup. And you know, these teams, it's crazy how it's come down to this.
Yeah, Mousy is doing an extremely good job, from what I can see, of getting behind Misfits and slamming himself down into the middle of the team. But there doesn't really seem to be too much of a synchronized follow-up by Void to capitalize on what he's doing. Let's see if they can do it this time around. Mousy, extremely low, gets taken out. Kipo, good kill. Double mine kill for Mousy on the Reinhardt and the Mercy. There's no res for Team Misfits. They're going down. Void progressing in towards that first checkpoint. That was an amazing fight.
So that was an alt push right there. That was coordination and coming in as a team. You know, Misfits was kind of picking them off as they came in 1v1, like you said before. Mousy was trying to get her alt in there and try to make sure the team capitalized it. So that was definitely something we saw. And once they had the synergy to move forward, it was definitely a checkpoint there. So now they have to keep them from this hallway push and hopefully keep them from the last checkpoint.
Yeah, we call it and it happens. You know, we were just talking about Mousy and the flank, and as we said that, I mean, he pulled off a splendid ult behind the lines. and gave his team an opportunity to push in. No, I'm Toxic with a crazy fire strike there on Kiwi. Young Genji also. Oh no, sorry, that's just Bob. Never mind. No one cares about Bob. Bob got taken down. We got a good trade. Here come all the alts. Lockhart, Zenyatta ult, so powerful at these late game trades when they're happening as you're pushing towards the final objective. Toxic Kipo goes down. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like, when he comes out, Zenyatta, it feels like there's no damage being done if that's all held together. So, 60 seconds remaining, we got the payload. I don't even know where the payload is. There's so much going on. It's definitely plenty of time.
Yeah, Mousy in Misfits' house. Very strange gameplay there from Berkiwi, throwing the spray down on the ground. That was interesting. Misfits pushing back Void. Void doesn't have much of a purchase here as we go almost sub 30 seconds. High noon. Nothing. Wow, what a shield. What a turnaround by Reinhardt. Kiwi wasn't able to make that happen for them. Good shatter by Noam Toxic. We see the final push. There's desperation time for Void as they try to find purchase. Mousy throwing himself into the enemy team, looking for the play.
No, this is definitely crazy. You got 10 seconds, only a second checkpoint. It's definitely going to come down to overtime in this team fight. I'm ready. I am ready.
It's happening. It's happening, Drift. I know you're ready. I'm ready too, brother. Lots of kills. The game's not over. Overtime still valid.
They're definitely winning them down. They just got to get them off the objective.
Oh my goodness.
Misfits.
Misfits. Team Misfits.
Yes.
Team Misfits taking the game from Void. Void. What's happening? Am I in an alternate reality right now? I think I got.
You just have a team that has learned from who they're playing against. It's been really rough. To be honest, it's been really rough for both teams because, with the league being new, they've kind of had to go against each other back to back. But you know what? There was a lot to learn, and it's definitely coming out now. We have a game. We're 1-1 in the last games of Season 0. I am ready for Game 3 or what do you call it?
Overwatch?
No.
Overtime.
I am overtime. Listen, I see overtime on the screen, alright? I didn't think it was called overtime. Listen, we're going into Game 3. I'm ready, but I need a break so I can wind down a little bit.
Yeah, so I can wipe the sweat off my forehead. My goodness. What an impressive performance. How exciting to see Void, the uncontested contenders, contested. Incredible. Stick with us, everybody. Remember, if you want to join the Discord, !Discord in the chat. Throw out your support for your preferred teams and players and just get hype with us as we approach overtime. Amazing.
I've been cold for so long. One touch and we're igniting, setting fire to it all. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think that we can stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn it down. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think I wanna stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn it down. One spark, I feel lightning blazing up through the darkest nights. Hold your breath, babe, the smoke is burning. But kiss me now and we'll be alright. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think that we can stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn it down. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think I wanna stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn it down.
Oh darling, if I had bought you flowers, would you still be here by my side? Yeah, I thought this moment could be ours, while I'm walking only through the night. You can break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart. You should fucking stay with him. You should fucking stay with him. Darling, if I had bought you flowers, what if you stayed at home the night? Yeah, I've been lonely counting hours, while I'm getting blinded by the light. You can break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart. You should fucking stay with him. You should fucking stay with him. the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart.
How could you ever love me? You don't even see me. I'm hanging around, wasting time, hoping that you drop by. And I don't pretend to know what you want. I don't even know where to start, but I'm willing to try. Even if you push me under, it's only gonna make me stronger. It's only gonna feed my hunger. Say the words, say the words. Even if the tide stops turning, even if the world keeps burning, nothing's gonna stop this feeling. Say the words, say the words. Watching the flames burn higher, setting my world on fire. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, risking it all on you. And I don't pretend to know how you feel. Either you won't or you will, but I'll give it a try. Even if you're too blind to see, and even if you look right through me, I never thought it would be easy. Say the words, say the words. Even if the world stops breathing, and every beating heart stops beating, nothing's gonna stop this feeling. Just say the words, say the words.
You always want what you can't have, and what you have you can. But still, my heart, the moment I laid eyes on it. Well, how do you know how you will feel when everything changes? Misfits, where will I go? Where will you be? How will I know?
Drift. Audience. LDGL has just experienced something amazing. I personally just had an out-of-body experience watching Misfits take a game off of Void, who, again, I cannot stress enough as the galactic overlord emperors of just sweeping the teams that have been competing so far this season in the LDGL. Drift, how do you feel about what just happened?
Fantastic. I honestly am glad. I watched these teams throughout this series so far, and it goes to ice in the pudding, whatever. Yo,
Ice in the
it's-
pudding, as it's, as it's said.
People know me. I say some weird shit, but you know what? It's been great to watch. And you know what? We're back on a hybrid map again. So I'm not going to try to say this map name. I'm going to leave that to you, Kavechi, but it's another hybrid. I have a very good feeling about this last game going either way.
Yeah, Eichenwald is how you say it, my friend. And I'm ready. I'm ready. Just to the audience, so you're aware, if it seemed like we had no idea what was going on, it's because we did not have any idea what was going on. We made some changes to the stream to better serve us, the shoutcasters, so we can actually kind of keep up with the action as it's happening. You can thank Drift for joining in as a spectator in the match, and we'll be able to hopefully make sure that we can really view the carnage as it goes. And if there is a tight overtime contest for the payload or a control point, we'll see that. And we'll be able to react appropriately. Because if you felt like we weren't reacting appropriately to Misfits pushing out Void at the end, it's because we were too stunned by what was happening and couldn't see anything. So, we fixed that. We could not... we couldn't see shit, as Drift said. So as we head into this match, this final match, this overtime contest, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I gotta ask you.
Game 3.
I have to ask you, Kavechi.
Yeah.
It's always a very good question, mate. So you know there's a lot of map hazard. Is there a moat or water hazards on this map at all?
Eichenwald. Water hazard. Drift. There's a bridge that you can fall off. I know that for a fact.
What would you say the volume of how many pounds of water would be in that moat?
Just a cup, maybe 10,000 or so. Like, here, let me put my finger to the wind, real quick, and just do like a brain scan of this map and the geographical surrounding. Enough to kill Roadhog 10,000 times over, I'm sure.
Alright, yeah, I'm done with my shenanigans. I think we're ready to get Game 3 underway here.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's head into the action. Void has something to prove. A chip on their shoulder now. Taking the L to Misfits, who we know roster against roster. We are aware that the skill, distribution between the two teams is leaned in Void's favor, but Misfits is showing that teamwork makes the dream motherfucking work, as you would say. And this is a professional gaming stream, but I have to enforce how wonderful it was to see that contest live and to share that with you guys.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a great game, and I cannot wait to see how this closes out. I'm very excited to see how the game plays out and see how much team it is. So it seems to be we're having Misfits that has to push that point first and take that capture point to get going. So Kavechi, how do you feel about this game coming into it?
I feel positive. I feel like Misfits has something up their sleeve, and you know what? I just wish, if anything, that we see something amazing, like a play that was just kind of in their back pocket just for this situation. I'm sure they weren't expecting to sweep Void, but if they could take that game off and go into Game 3, this is when the real shenanigans start. And that's what I'm in it for, the shenanigans. Like this, Gorkman charging off a wall onto a... What is going on right now? He is roof surfing. Unbelievable.
That was...
I did not...
Oh, but it did not do him too well. You know, it's definitely... That was definitely not the way to go. You know, it looked cool, but it definitely went down quick.
Yeah, and a massive contest here in the buildings. Misfits doing a good job at responding to Void's strange roof surfing strat. Misfits actually doing an amazing job progressing in towards the control point, contested thoroughly. Void dropping down like flies. A's, Berkiwi, Young Genji, the only one standing. Gorkman trying his best, getting walled in the corner there.
He is stuck.
It's contested. He is so stuck right now. Unbelievable. Battle Bunny going down. Really good fire strike by Gorkman. Malnith getting a res on Battle Bunny. Good sustain by Misfits. Massive kills. Young Genji getting the kill on Mercy. Void desperate to make sure this second bar doesn't get taken on the control point.
Yo, with that ult, oh, man, and Team Misfits got that point right off the bat. The payload is in motion. Let's go.
Kipo, what an insane ultimate. Unbelievable. Void, what's happening? You need to get off your back foot. I think Misfits got some momentum. Unbelievable play.
Yeah, no, now we in the gate. The gates are open. They are ready to go, and we're going to see another team fight here as soon as they come out this gate, I believe.
Yeah, maybe they can take pot shots from the top of the castle, and as that payload progresses left and then right, we will see some potential for environmental kills. Good work there by Young Genji. Double kill on Kipo and Malnith. Misfits unable to answer. Gorkman getting a good kill on Shikari. Nice trade. Battle Bunny also finally taking down the Doomfist.
Yeah,
And gets
definitely
quiet.
got them pushed. Yeah, they definitely pushed them off the payload there. Need a little bit of grouping. Trying to pick off the single players of Void. I definitely could see that that was the play there.
Yeah, 3 ults up on Misfits as they push towards Void. Massive charge there by Gorkman, putting out huge damage onto Roadhog for Kiwi falls. They do not have that pressure from Widowmaker on the damage dealers for Team Misfits. They're going to have an easy time, I think, walking up to this bridge.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're seeing a solid push on the side of Misfits. Trying to push here and trying to keep this payload moving. It seems like they're definitely pushing at the Void here and making sure their presence is known this next game.
Bender with an amazing pull and kill there on Gorkman. Young Genji falls, so does Age. Team Misfits making the bridge their own. Void does not have any synergy right now. Misfits bringing the heat. I think they're going to progress towards this checkpoint before they can get out of the castle.
Yeah, no, that's kind of crazy. Oh, we got the backline attack on Mossy. Let's see if it's enough for Team Void to help slow down Misfits here. They're definitely grouping up together and getting the team synergy. Mousy coming up and ramming it up. Let's see how they do.
Mousy beating the hell out of Kipo until he dies. Unbelievable. Melee kill. Misfits holding strong. No, I'm Toxic backing up into the mine. They still exist. For Kiwi with the double kill on Mercy and Reinhardt. Laser focus, laser guided shots.
Yeah, no, that was crazy to see. Misfits had a very good push there, but Team Void kind of was able to regroup and get the tension on there.
Yeah.
We got Mousy hiding again. I can't, Mousy finds the best hiding spots in here. Oh,
good pull there by Roadhog. Might make Mousy. Oh, that was a bad decision. Put the heal out and Mousy goes down. Little adventurous. For Kiwi, good shots. Shikari, Kipo. Oh, man. Got a little bit of a lull here. Good sleep on to No I'm Toxic. He falls. Shikari and Battle Bunny. Malnith needs to get that res on to No I'm Toxic. Oh, and he goes down anyway. Good response by Void, stopping up Misfits as they try to take out the healer. Shikari getting a freeze on the Aves, but Lucio hard to hit.
Oh, that's definitely getting caught out by himself. Shikari taken to the ice, trying to stay safe. They're targeting him. Trying to Roadhog. We got the regroup. Chica's able to keep the active payload there. That's definitely great to see. The team's coming back and
unbelievable kill
there.
Misfits getting knocked out completely. Lucio and Anna. 4K. What is going on? Void. Alright, Void's going to make Misfits work for it. Misfits has a lot of time, had a lot of time. Really, we're declining past the 1 minute 30 mark. They have that. They need one good trade before the bridge, a team wipe, and they need to get that payload on that checkpoint to progress towards the end.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Quiet as they push up here. Little pop shots here and there. Nothing too crazy popping out yet.
Kiwi providing a lot of pressure with his aim. Lockhart going down and is down. Ave is down as well. Lucio, there's no potential for environmental kills. Young Genji also getting knocked out. There's only 2 or 3 up for Void at the moment. Misfits, huge push. Will they get to the checkpoint?
Getting the checkpoint.
There we go. No. It's contested.
No, they didn't. Ooh, I thought they were
Mousy. Mousy with the stop. Shielded, threw down the mines. Misfits unable to hit the checkpoint in time. Mousy Such a problem. Huge kills. Misfits gets wiped out right at the gate. 5K
goodness.
Chicory, desperate to stay alive.
No,
Hide
it is
inside of
right
his
there.
ice.
They have 30 seconds, dude. I'm feeling it. I feel like they can bring it back. They just got to get that regroup. They got to get on that payload, and they got to not let them slow them down this time around. It's gonna be.
Gorkman
It's
has a
definitely gonna
shatter.
be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. Gorkman has the shatter. Reinhardt just needs to throw that down on the team as they progress up. He sees where they're approaching from. I don't know if Misfits has an opportunity here. Yeah, there comes the shatter. The tanks are knocked down. Gorkman doing an amazing job at shoving them away from the payload. There's nobody on. Void stops them with 1 point in the match.
Wow. You know, that was definitely a good aggressive push there at Misfits side. I really thought they were going to go all the way to the gate, but there was a lot of good regrouping happening, and it definitely played in Void's favor on that round.
It definitely did. So we swap sides. Void taking it to the attack. Misfits definitely needs to hold Void back as much as they can. Preferably they hold Void to nothing, but just the capture point. Because as soon as Void starts to get past that, get past the checkpoints as they approach, we're going to see Misfits really have a deficit to make up that's going to make it hard for them to stay competitive.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel that, and man, that was crazy to watch. Hopefully, you know, Team Misfits can throw down a good defense here and try to get them to at least not progress as far as they did. Try to hopefully bottleneck them there at the gate. That'll definitely be their best bet. I don't think they're going to roof surf quite like Gork did, but you know, they definitely have a lot of tricks up their own sleeve, and we'll see how this game plays out.
Only Void Club would, you know, show me that Reinhardt can fly. You know, I never before seen. But
Yo, this is,
now I
it
know.
was out of this Overwatch, you know what I'm saying?
It was out of this Overwatch, brother. It really was. All right, the gate's open. Void progressing in to take the capture point. Mousy doing something amazing. I don't know. I cannot understand him, but maybe we will one day. Mousy coming in from the back as if he came from Misfits spawn. Not
Yeah,
sure what's going on.
No, it's definitely that back play. Mousy just comes out of the unexpected area, tries to break up the team and try to get that pick. That's a little bit of what happened there towards the end of the, the first round was that team breakup. The Misfits is sticking together and taking them out to try to stay together now.
I blanked and missed a 3K and then a 2K. I just saw No I'm Toxic smash somebody into a wall and kill them instantly. Like, oh, Misfits is just saying, yeah, good luck. You're not doing the same thing we did to you at the beginning of the last game.
Yeah, no, definitely holding this capture point is good. You know, Misfits showed their prowess and being able to do some better control, and it's going to pay off. And Mousy!
Oh, no! Whoa! Bender's like, the ball must die, and he did.
They're definitely fed up with that ball, if you can tell. So it's
That's-
definitely to see what they can do with the capture here. Toxic kind of surrounded by Team Void here. There was a lot of picks to see if he just can't quite hold it. Up to Bender, getting booped off to see what happens.
Yeah, huge burn there from Bear Kiwi, actually getting a 2K. I mean, you ignore Symmetra for long enough, and that laser beam turns into an ion cannon. And it did. They, Misfits was not able to answer.
So you seen a little bit of aggressive push ahead. They're just kind of leaving the support there on the payload, and you know, Void is definitely extending out, trying to slow down Team Misfits over here.
Yeah, don't want to give them any purchase. Oh, Gorkman, unbelievable kills. Battle Bunny, Kipo falling to the Reinhardt. He was there waiting for them on top of the castle, and they were not prepared.
Yeah, they're just all over the map. We got fights happening so extended out. It's kind of one left and rights and whatnot.
Payload coming up the middle towards the bridge. There's not, like you said, they left Avery here on the payload as it progressed up towards the bridge section of the map. Huge ulti coming out of Hanzo. Massive wall by Symmetra to cut off those progressing from damaging those on the payload.
Oh, we have environmental!
Oh
my goodness.
goodness.
Right off the map.
Forget. Goodbye. Unbelievable.
So definitely this bridge here. They weren't able to choke him at the gate because of the aggression from Team Void, and it's definitely feeling it here when we're on the. Was that a double knockdown?
It was. Gorkman and Toxic decide to lay down and have a nap together. Alcy, Lockhart getting kills. Kipo, Shikari go down. Misfits, Whole Hog Bender gets melted before he can ult. And Misfits getting just absolutely wiped. They are progressing towards this checkpoint.
Yo,
Are they going to be able to respond? I don't think they're going to be able to get there in time. We'll see. Good wall by young Genji May, obstructionist. And the victory goes to Team Void.
Yo, that was a great game. You know, both teams came out and did what they came to do. It was definitely a great game to watch as we get played a game from Gorkman here. Let's see what it highlights.
Reinhardt doing as Reinhardt does. Massive swings with the hammer. Huge kill here. Oh, a double kill. Is it going to be a 3K? No, I'm Toxic decides to lay down again, but Gorkman just said, no, I'm not. I'm good. I'm well rested.
Yeah,
Void.
That was Sheikah with the freezing. Froze 16 enemies. So, yo, that's great. That's great to watch. You know, I played with May, and it's always like, you ever get frozen by a May and you're stuck there, and it feels like they just stare into your soul before they put an icicle through it?
When I get frozen by May, I get up and I put some laundry in the, the washer. I clean around my kitchen. I come sit back down, and then I get shot in the head finally. Like, it's unbelievable. But all right, everybody. Void does prove again that they are the team to beat. Amazing response to some contest from Misfits, and we're going to head into our final break. Stick with us here as we talk to the players and get some insight from the teams that competed tonight on Overwatch in these contests.
Taking over.
Welcome back, everybody, to the LDGL Season 0 Overwatch Game 3 and its conclusion. We're at the post game for what was, I mean, look at that score, Drift. 2-1. Amazing.
It
I-
is fantastic. I
It is.
actually love that they came out. They were able to come out and actually give away a run for money, get them back on their toes, put them in their A game, and try to, make this league something great. And you know what? They didn't take the victory today, but they definitely have a win in everybody's hearts for being, fantastic today and well performed. Both
And
teams.
yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Before we get into the post game interviews, I just want to, again, say to you that if you want to join the community, you can type !Discord in the Twitch chat, and it'll give you a link to the LHYNX Division Gaming League Discord, official Discord. And you can actually join us in the post-game stage and listen in Discord. But obviously, we prefer that you watch on the stream and support your favorite contestants and your favorite teams. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and the links themselves are also in the About section of the Twitch stream. You can find them to the right of About LHYNX Division. You can follow us on Twitter for updates. There's a live schedule at the bottom. There's so much information here for you to stay informed. And we just stress, too, that if you want to participate as we head out of Season 0 in the latter half of this month and into August, into whatever comes next in our future, and you want to be a part of that, make sure you join the community and reach out to Mahidrian, and he can help you and your community partner with us to make this something big and beautiful for all the gamers out here that love some competition, some esports. Anyway, all that said, I want to head into the post-game interviews. First up, we're going to pull some contestants from Team Void to talk with us. And that's going to be Avery and Mousy.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to these players. Avery, I think Avery just came into this game today, so it'd be good to get some perspective on how that went.
Yeah, a mystery threat. Honestly, a swap out, from what I understood, and somebody that contested and competed for Team Void and benefited a lot from the contest. Hello, both of you. Mousy, Avery, welcome to the post-game stage. We're going to run through some quick questions, just get your thoughts and opinions on what just happened. So, first of all, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Of course. And but to start, I mean, I'd say, how did you guys coming up to this game? How did you prepare for the contest with Team Misfits?
Well, as a team, we had thought that we were going to pick map 2, so we had prepped a lot on Eichenwald, some pretty crazy stuff, and we're disappointed to find out that the enemy team had picked Blizzard World, since that's a map that some of our players are kind of weak on. But we practiced a lot of rollouts and pathing different ways that the enemy team would hopefully not expect. It didn't all work, but we still won that game, and yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
in
for
the
me-
end. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I just got lucky. I got put into a team for the first time, and everybody's really good at their own roles. So I just kind of had to heal, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yep. Hey, that's the most important part, I think. And from your perspective, playing in the matches, who on the enemy team, or really just any movement from the team as a whole, like single organism, like who surprised you the most? Were there any moments where you guys were sent completely on your heel, like, holy shit, what just happened? That kind of pop up in your mind immediately?
Well, I think the enemy team did a really good job countering my pick of Wrecking Ball. They had the May, the Brig, all these stuns and crowd control that really shut me down in quite a few places. I was especially impressed with the enemy Roadhog. I think he had quite a few good hooks. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Bender on Eichenwald, when we're doing our crazy strats, I just kept getting hooked, and he kept focusing me, and it was, a good strategy. He was a real nuisance. So yeah, I think he surprised me, and also I think it was Alonso Kipo I'm
Yeah,
not sure who was
Kipo.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was really hitting his shots. So I think both of them were really strong contenders, and I was kind of scared of them.
Yep. Hey, shout out to Bender and Kipo, Roger. And what would you say would you adjust and change if you're going to take this team into the next matchup in like another season, since this is the end of the Overwatch contest? Like, what would you adjust from the plays that happened in that first loss that Void took to a competing team across the 3 games that we're featuring? Like, what adjustments would you make, do you think?
Definitely practice more maps and have more strats prepared for the different maps. We really had focused pretty hard just on 2 maps. So when we got thrown in Blizzard World, we were kind of thrown for a loop there.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, more versatility and strategy, whether it be like different maps, because we're really focused on Eichenwald first, but just practicing more strategies. I mean, if I was a part of this team next time, that would be really great, and then I can try other healers, other than Lucio. But yeah,
Okay. All right. Drift, you have any questions you want to kind of put out there for our Void contestants?
Well, just a quick comment since we got Mousy in here again. You are so sneaky. I swear. I'd be looking at the match, and you just be up in a corner somewhere. And yeah, I see where you were talking about last time we did it. You just kind of on the back line picking it out, but like you said, there's a little bit of a pick there, and there's a lot of times you came up and then got shattered. So
Yep.
I gotta ask you, on one of the plays that kind of happened, did that make you kind of rethink your approach when you were coming to the team, knowing that they had those counter picks on you?
Yeah, definitely. Especially, they've played those cures before, but haven't really effectively countered me. And I thought this week that they did a really good job in shutting me down. So I'm very impressed with them.
Yeah, it was great. And Avery, I gotta ask you. So you watched the other 2 games, and you actually got to play in this one. How was it competing in this for the first time? How would you feel coming into it, and would you do it again?
I feel like I was pretty confident, obviously, with my team. Going into it, like I definitely would do it again. I think it's fun. I'm kind of scared of competitions in general and getting competitive, but I think this was really fun, and it's an experience I would definitely try again.
No, it gets scary when you're in things like this, because you're like, yeah, let's play this on and off, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, now we're gonna do a competitive area, and you're like, oh, here's all the nerves. So yeah, I can
Yeah.
definitely feel that. But thank you guys for coming out, doing the season 0 of this. I definitely look forward to the future, having you guys play in the series, and getting able to cast and see all the awesome clubs that'll come in and join it. And it's been fun watching you guys play this season.
Yes,
Thank you for
definitely.
casting.
Yeah. And thank you both. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for all my friends and families who tuned in. I love you guys. Bye.
And that was Mousy. Interesting, Drift. Interesting that they said where they were served the L, the biggest detriment for them, when they took that loss, was on a map that Misfits had just kind of like, whoop, we're playing on this one. And they're like, huh? So the boards matter. I think that's a huge benefit to have that knowledge, and honestly makes me thankful that we do these post-game interviews. So, just because Void's performing strong does not mean they're unbeatable, even inside, the sweeps that they're performing back and forth, because it's a competitive arena. Anything can happen.
So yeah,
All
no,
right.
that's definitely great.
Yeah.
So Team Misfits, let's get them in here.
Team Misfits, we need to pull in our 2 interviewees. Chicory, Toxic.
Hey, there they are.
Oh,
Chicory's
shit.
here, waiting for
I'm
Toxic.
I'm not drinking right now.
Oh, that's good to know. All right. Sober as a whistle.
Didn't expect that.
We're waiting for Toxic to get pulled
Sorry
in.
about that.
Toxic's in too. Hey,
There
welcome.
she is.
Hello, you too. You, despite the loss, right? I mean, Void presented a very competitive front to you guys, and ultimately, took away the win. But you will go down in history as the first team to hand them an L. And that's my first question. I mean, what was the hype like when you took that off of them in Blizzard World?
I mean, obviously we were all pretty excited. I think it was like maybe one or two people were aware of the time, and everyone else was just trying to like. We were all playing to win, and then it kind of set in for everyone at the same time that we took a match off them, and we are all just pretty generally like stoked.
Man, that's awesome. And how did Team Misfits, I mean, go into this? How did you guys prepare to kind of try and battle Void again, and to sink out a W, or ultimately take the match completely? Like, what was the practice like? What did you do to kind of strategize?
So like, yeah, about me. That was about like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah,
okay.
I woke up like hella late, so it was just like kind of like an interesting. Let's put something together, see what happens.
We just kind of like looked at the maps and thought of like stuff we'd want to play, and then we just kind of sent it,
Yeah.
All right, just hey, freestyle. Sometimes, I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, the enemy doesn't know what you're doing. It's like it's a strategy. Exactly.
That was the plan.
All right. What about I mean, what were some of your like mistakes? Do you think as you were playing between the matches, and you had to adjust for the other team's play style? Like, were there any like glaring mistakes or obvious things that you talked about while you were playing between one another? You said, we really need to work on this or that.
Definitely on Ilios, because Ilios again was another map that we kind of. So when we practiced for Eichenwald, we were practicing for Ilios at the same time, but we kind of going into that last match, like the Doomfist was kind of all over the place. He was doing good work, but we weren't playing like the way that we had planned to, where we just kind of we wanted to just get on the point and make them fight us on the point. So we kind of took these silly fights before we even got to the point, which just kind of tore us apart.
Right.
So we definitely like reminded ourselves, the ball doesn't matter. Ignore them. Move forward. we just kept telling ourselves, ignore the rat. Move forward. we don't care. And until it altered. But the biggest thing we had to change was making sure that as a team we stayed focused on doing our jobs, and my job was to stand there and stare at the rat, and everyone else move forward unless the ball messed up, and then we could just dogpile and kill her.
Right on. And what about you, Toxic? Like, what's the what were some of the mistakes?
I would say like it goes for everyone. Like there's just some times where we could have switched, we should have switched to like a different hero at a different time. Like there's just a bunch of different like scenarios that you can just think of after the event has already happened, kind of thing. It's just like it's just hard to think about like what you want to do and what's the best strat for the moment when it's there's obviously a time taken in the back there. So you just gotta get better at knowing who to pick, who to counter, more stuff like that as well.
Roger. Hey, exactly. I mean, that's all you can do as you kind of adjust and adapt for the play styles that they're hitting you with. As you pop open what sounds like a handle chicory, I want to ask you, my friend, what has the partner rep experience been like? Because you are actually the first partner rep that we've had in a post-game interview for the gaming league so far. It'd be really nice to have your insight for those that are watching that are also in clubs and communities in the VR chat sphere that are watching before they want to dip their toes in.
I'd say it's been overall okay. There's obviously some concerns going into everything, and we wanted to really make sure that our players in our community are protected. We don't want to put anyone in anything that could be possibly predatory, right? Like that's always a concern. Working with Modrian has been pretty good. He's pretty understanding. He communicates pretty quickly anytime I'm gonna reach out to him for something. And I could say that my team captain also has had kind of the same experiences. Anytime we really have a question or something we need to change, he's pretty quick even at 4 a.m. because I'm a DJ and half asleep and out there, he's still answering messages. But I think that speaks to him as a person too. Love you, buddy.
Hey,
Overall, good.
good. Hey, we're glad to hear it. Hey, Drift, do you have any questions? I mean, anything else that I haven't touched on that you want to ask them?
So yeah, I just gotta address the Reinhardt nap in the room. There on Elder Ridge. Was that? Did you guys ult each other? Is that what happened?
I think I think we both charged at the time, and it was like just a. I honestly don't remember. So much was happening. Like I just knew. It was just in the moment. There was a Ryan in front of me. I'm the other Ryan. I'm like, all right. Well, I gotta make sure I do something here because Gorkman, he's an amazing Ryan. Like at the end there, he did so much work. Like on that last map, it was like his charge was fantastic. Like I was really impressed. Like, but it was a fun game. I had a lot of fun. I think we did amazing for
Yeah,
like
no,
we didn't even have tryouts and everything. So for
you came out, and I'm how happy that at least by the end of the series that Misfits was able to get a win. It shows that no matter what your skill level is, if you have enough determination and you learn from what you're doing, you can definitely come out here and get a win. So it was really nice to see you guys, see Team Misfits be able to come together, do this, come out strong, and actually come out with a round win in one of these games. Now, Shikari, on the subject of the league and everything. So with it, do you think you could see yourself doing this again at some point?
I mean, before I answer that question specifically, when you're talking about like us coming out and taking a win off of them, I mean, like it's definitely an uphill battle. Like we really so to answer your question, yeah, obviously I think we'll probably play in the league in the future. I know we have designs for an R6 team. Our Rocket League boys have been getting at it. They were really let down, or not let down, but they were disappointed they couldn't get some matches in because they've been practicing a bunch. They're really ready for a game. I think, but overall, like I'm super proud of the Overwatch team specifically, because not to knock anyone else, right? Like other teams have been practicing and doing things, but knowing you're going against like a GM and a master player kind of mixed into a team, and we're all kind of like returning to the game, and we're like silver to like gold, plat monkeys. Like I'm just so incredibly proud of how well everyone did and how much progress personal progress we all made in such a short amount of time, still working full time and really like it's super fucking dope.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking proud of all of them. I really am. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys, you didn't take the W away, but you've earned something where
we
you
won
have
in our
paved.
hearts. We took a win off of them. That's all
Absolutely.
we wanted. That's
And you
all
know
we
what?
wanted.
You know what? For us that shoutcast and administer the league for the community and try to do our best so that everybody can participate and it's a positive and fun thing. What you've done is important. You've paved the way for confidence for other teams to come in and be competitive, even against, I mean, an insurmountable odds. And that's amazing. That's a magic moment and something that I will remember. And I'm glad you guys got to be the ones to do it.
Yeah.
Likewise, man. And hey, I'm ready to see fucking Shield Team 6 at it again. And
I know, right?
I want them to take one off too. Let's show the world they can bleed, boys. Let's get out there.
Yeah.
go,
Man, it's been fantastic to watch you guys, and it's been a great match, and I'm so excited. This is only season 0. We're not even on the 1 yet, so it'll definitely be great to see everybody come back for Overwatch season 1 and come out here strong. And hopefully, we'll have a little bit more mix up, and we'll have some more ground to play.
Yeah, thank you both for joining us here in the post game. Thank you for talking with us, and see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for having us, fellas.
Wow, Kabechi.
All right.
That's great. I don't think my desk is gonna last many more seasons, but I'm ready. I'm ready to bring the hype.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear extra layers or less layers. I don't know, but my goodness, man, it's intense. It is intense gameplay, and my heart is full. I really enjoyed this series. And I mean, again, just props to Misfits, and really congratulations, Void. Like, we say Misfits, great win off of Void. And I don't think it's stated enough that Void still remains the contender, the undefeated team across 2 of our games in these series, because they have put in a lot of time and energy at being competitive. And I need to call them out for that, because it's awesome. And we want to see that kind of enthusiasm. And we want to see people come into the league and try just as hard to try and take that glory, because it's about glory, from them with a win. So thank you. And again, just to remind everybody, if you want to join the community, Discord and the Twitch chat, join our Discord. There's links in the About section of the Twitch channel. And we will go into a quick break here before our final closing remarks. Thank you, everyone, for viewing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that does bring us to the end of the Overwatch League. It was great to watch Misfits and Void go at it. But coming up here on the next event, that was the end of Overwatch. But coming in, as one goes, one's going to come in. We're going to go ahead and have the CSGO come in on the 18th on a Sunday. That's going to be a great thing to watch. CSGO is definitely one of those older generation games as far as OG esports goes. So it'll be really fun to see how that lays out, more simplistic gun v gun fighting. I, to be honest, never played it personally myself, so it'll really be fun to watch. Hey, Kabechi, you still there with me, buddy?
I'm still here, and man, you can't hear it, but I'm rubbing my hands together, because CSGO, we're going to see some Counter-Strike gameplay on this Gaming League channel. My goodness. If you want to talk about tense, hyper-competitive environments, CSGO is the genesis of that. And I'm not trying to make Quake seem like they didn't lay it out first or anything, but CSGO, I mean, from a global perspective, and just CS Source too as well. I can't not call out the OG platform for all that it's done for the shooting community. But
would
it's
you call
going
it
to
a
be
global offensive?
Man, Drift. My goodness, I goosebumps down from my neck to my shins. Thank you. You know what? I would call it a global offensive, and I'm excited for this. We're heading into the last game, so it's the last series of season 0 that we're going to be playing for the LDGL. Again, I cannot stress enough to those of you that hear me or know people that should be hearing me right now that are in communities that have gamers in them, real red-blooded gamers that love competition and want to prove their worth and take that glory from other teams competing against them. You have to join the Discord. So LDGL Discord, the link just went up by Nightbot because Nightbot knew that I was saying it. We know each other. Please join. Tell people to join the community and contact Mahidrian. And that's how we're going to get this to be competitive and be alive. And we can get games like Valorant, like League of Legends, like Misfits is going to be mad that I forgot and I stalled there. Rocket League, also a crazy fun game to watch competitively. Honest to God, honestly. So, anyway, please tune in, tell your friends, and thank you for watching. Don't miss it, July 18th, 6 p.m. CST, Red Zone at Void for CSGO, 7 p.m. EST for those of you on the coast.
Yeah, and the next day also, we still have the Siege still going. That'll be the game after that. That'll be the finale of the R6 there on the 19th. So a back-to-back game days. I'll be excited to see that.
I will too. Also, it's Mahedrian. I keep saying Mahedrian because
Mahi.
I have that East Coast accent. It's just it's too powerful. But again, much love to you viewers out here that came and watched this and celebrated with us and celebrated this amazing victory that happened. This story that's playing out in a test season of all things, and we hope you're enjoying it. And we hope to see you next time. And thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Have a good one, everybody.
Happier tonight. Kept me waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. So as we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie.
sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through? Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,